Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a general reading for the sign of Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Gemini, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or making a donation, the information regarding that can be found in my Buy Me a Coffee page, as well as my Instagram and TikTok, all in the About section of my YouTube page. And I thank you so much in advance. Gemini, I hope that you're doing well. I'm going to be using two decks for your reading today. The first one, the What We've Forgotten Oracle deck, and Tarot for the Great Outdoors. Cards have been pre-shuffled. This is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. This is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. You got 3 cards. I'm going to take them. The first one you got number 5, which corresponds to the Hierophant card of the Major Arcana. Taurus energy. The Hierophant talking about the Pope of the Tarot, somebody who is acting as a kind of conduit between the spiritual world and the earthly realm. Somebody you might have been consulting. But the word is magic. You can see here this beautiful portal energy. It's almost like stepping through those doors leads you to a world of seeming impossibility, is what Spirit just said. Something that would defy logic for you. Might make you feel uncomfortable, Spirit just said. Something that might make you feel uncomfortable. But it's almost as if when you walk through these doors, it's like you're finding some kind of cosmic school. And they're showing me 2 images here. Number 3, which corresponds to the Empress card of the Major Arcana, Taurus and Libra energy. Number 3 could be significant to you. The Empress talks about the divine feminine energy, who carries with her the power of all 4 queens of the tarot and is known as the master attractor, and it's sacred knowledge. So you go through these doors, and it's like kind of like Hogwarts, right? You go through these doors, and what you find behind the door, a great library, perhaps the Akashic records, this understanding and tapping into something so much bigger than you could have ever dreamt of. You could be accessing this esoteric or sacred knowledge at this time, and it could be blowing your mind a little bit, you know? It could be this space in your life where it's not good enough to just look at the world in the material. Your mind is wandering into more esoteric realms. Number 24 reduces to a 6. The Lover's card of the Major Arcana, Gemini energy. Gemini, you showed up in your own reading. And it says Alchemist. And isn't that what we're doing when we're in love? We are creating a kind of alchemy with another person and within ourselves. All kinds of chemical reactions. It's interesting. I'm being reminded of, so I work in a building that just got a new business, and it's like a perfumery where they sell perfumes. And there are all sorts of little magical bottles on the counter that are so beautiful, almost like little jewels. And I have to kind of resist the urge to just go up and smell all of them, right? have to, it's like being a kid in a candy store. But there's this resistance that I feel that I'm not supposed to touch. There's things in there that are breakable and I'm not supposed to touch. Everything is so important, and the concoction just has to be just so. It has to be just right for the magic to happen. So I feel as though you're kind of, it's not, it could be a physical place, but I don't feel like it's a physical place that you're going into. I feel as though it's a space of, it's another realm of consciousness that you're visiting. So you could be practicing some very, very deep meditation. You could be using psychotropic elements to tap into the unconscious realms, the spiritual realms, through chemical means, entering into something like the Akashic records, the great storehouse in the sky, in the other dimensions, where all the past, present, and future are housed. The fact that you're even entertaining these ideas is already such a big leap for some. For some of you, you've already figured it out. And this is merely a affirmation or confirmation of what you already know. But you're digging even deeper. You know, it's not just that we're in the library proper, but now we're in the archives. We're in the rooms that have key codes on the door. We're in the rooms where we have to wear the white gloves and touch things with very careful hands. There's something about that. The touching and the tentativeness and the caution, the carefulness. Just heard the expression towing the line. You could be towing the line, like being really careful about how you approach. Because some of you could be astral projecting. Some of you could be very good at it. The spirit is showing me these videos I've been watching, you know, because I guess I'm like a content creator or whatever. I'm on social media a lot, and so social media has kind of become my frame of reference for many things, not all things, because I'm still a Gen Xer, and so, but there's some fascinating things online that, you know, really tap into my curiosity. And one of those things is people who have astral projected as part of their livelihood, as like making a living, being these astral projectors who can go into confidential spaces, top secret spaces. I don't do any of those things. I would be fascinated to talk to somebody who did. I have astral projected a few times, but only once in a significant way, like in a way that really truly, like, I was off planet. I was off planet when I did it. But these are the kinds of things that they could be, this could be opening up doors for you. How far can the Gemini mind actually go in questioning the nature of their own existence? What does it mean to be human? Big, big questions. I'm going to get 6 cards for face spread, 6 cards for clarifier, past, present, future, and at the end, advice from Spirit. Every single one of your cards came out except the one in my hand, which was extra, which I will take as your overall energy. Your 6 base spread cards came out in reverse. It's not a bad thing, it's just a thing. It's just a way for me to interpret the cards. But the card in my hand, the card that came out in the upright, is number 15, the Devil card, Capricorn energy of the Major Arcana. Yeah. So there's a word of caution always with the devil. Everyone experiences devil energy. All of us have to deal with it. All of us have it within us. It's just patterns of repeat, addictive tendencies or qualities, workaholism, any kind of the isms, being trapped and bound in anxiety and rampant thoughts that are not productive, bad habits, negative self-talk, right? That's all devil energy. Just being in the shadows and facing our demons, maybe sometimes succeeding and sometimes failing and somewhere in between. There's a part of you, I think, that in this exploration of the big questions, there have been some elements that have scared you. Intimidate is the word Spirit is giving me. Look at the bats. You see the bats in this? So it's okay. Spirit is showing me Christian Bale, the actor Christian Bale, who of course is famous for a lot of things, but probably one of his biggest roles was Batman. Dark Knight. Is that the name of his movie? Yeah, The Dark Knight. And there's a scene in that particular film. Well, first of all, when Christian Bale was filming, right before he started filming that movie, he had just finished filming another movie called The Machinist, which I've watched. I want to say I've watched almost all of Christian Bale's films because I'm a big fan. American Psycho, he was brilliant. I don't recommend that movie for everybody. That's not for everybody. But in The Machinist, it was almost like his character was just like disappearing from the earth, and how he was disappearing was that he was just losing a tremendous amount of weight. He was just starving himself to death. Really hard movie to watch. Really, really hard movie to watch. And I think I saw an interview with him where he said he lost like 61 pounds. Can you imagine it? Like a grown man losing 61 pounds when he's already kind of slim. He was skin and bones. It's incredible what he did in that film. He went from that emaciated state to then putting on 100 pounds to be able to film The Dark Knight, where he had to be buff and like bulky and big. Why that's relevant, I'm not really sure. I think I just wanted to say it because it seems important somehow, because there's this sense of going from this character that was like trying to disappear to this larger than life character who is dressed up like a bat and kind of sticks out like a sore thumb. Both of these characters stuck out, but for very different reasons. What it represents, though, is this extreme energy from one extreme to another. It's dangerous. What he did as an actor was very dangerous for his health, right? To be able to lose that much weight and then gain that much weight, it takes its toll on your organs, right? And so anyway, there's this one scene in The Dark Knight where Bruce, the main character, right? Bruce Wayne, he's a child and he falls down this utility shaft or something into this cave, this bat cave. And the bats are just swirling all around him, and it causes tremendous nightmares. And when he becomes Batman, when he becomes the Dark Knight, it's him facing his deepest, deepest childhood fears, to the point where, as an adult, he stands in the cave, and there's this scene where the bats are just, it seems like the tens of thousands almost, just flying around him. And he just stands up very, very slowly and accepts what is happening. There's this just great acceptance where he becomes one with the bats. I feel as though my spirit guides or your spirit guides just came in on this side. There's this acceptance, it's just sitting with the fear, being comfortable with the fear, and then becoming the representation of the challenge to that fear. So remember I was saying that there was a part of you that was being cautious, that you were towing the line of what it is that you were discovering. Right? It's here. It's in this card that keeps us in fear. You're facing it right now. I think you're facing some demons right now. In the past energy, 9 of vessels in reverse, 9 of cups in reverse, this is wish fulfillment. There's something that didn't work out for you in the past, something that you had looked forward to. Maybe you looked forward to it for a long time. It was a goal you had that didn't quite turn out the way that you thought it would, right? Kind of played this balancing act. I don't necessarily want to say that you didn't achieve your goal, because I feel like you did achieve your goal. But it's almost like you got that goal and then it was kind of like, what's next? I just see the word and, question mark, so, question mark. I don't even feel like it's bittersweetness. I just feel like a boredom. Geminis are known for getting bored very easily. Maybe this is why you're exploring these realms right now. Maybe this is not what's boring you. This is challenging. Clarified by the Queen of Blades or the Queen of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, see? Queen of Swords, that's Libra energy, it's air energy. Queen of Swords wants to get at the truth at all costs. Looking at somebody else saying, you need to tell me the truth. You need to show me that you know what you're talking about. Prove to me that you're an expert like you say you are. I feel like there's a lot of something external about this Queen of Blades, like you need to do this for me. I mean, this is your energy, you telling somebody, or looking at the goal itself. Let's say you just had a goal to accomplish something, to reach some place in your career. And you got to that place in your career. Maybe you're like, you became the vice president, so-and-so, blah, 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 whatever. And it's almost as if you're looking at that goal, or you're looking at that position. It's just like, can you remind me again of like why it is that we're here and why it is that we want this? That would be in the upright. In the reverse, it's kind of like saying, I don't even care about it anymore. It's not interesting me. It's not interesting to me. I'm no longer interested in it. I feel very, very bored energy coming from this past. Can I get a clarifier? 6 of Blades, 6 of Swords. Moving on now. We're moving on. Packing our things. I don't know. I feel like are you just leaving town? Are you leaving a job? Are you leaving a situation where you just been there, done that? Spirit just said, been there, done that. There's no judgment on this energy, but this is just the energy that I'm feeling from your past. Trying to see if there are things in this image that are sticking out to me. Nothing in particular is sticking out. It's just all of these ropes and snacks and lists and, you know, bundling up, gloves, just packing and moving on, packing it in, moving on. In the present energy, lots of water energy. You know, Libra got a lot of water energy, a lot of feeling cards, emotional cards. King of Vessels in reverse, 10 of Vessels in reverse. King of Cups, 10 of Cups. Yeah, this card is also known as moving from choppy waters to calm waters. That's exactly what this depicts. King of Vessels or King of Cups, that's Scorpio energy, and it talks about a person who is very in tune, in touch with their feelings, not really expressing them, but if you ask them what they were feeling, they would be able to tell you, but they're not kind of volunteering that information. But comfortable in the watery depths. 10 of Vessels, 10 of Cups, that's bliss, happiness, contentment. So you got the 9 and the 10 of Cups. Really, sorry, let me just turn on this. Really reassessing what it is that you used to enjoy, you used to want, you used to desire. Like taking a hard look at that and reevaluating valuation. What do you place value on? I'm going to clarifier. What is this talking about? Got the 5 again, this time in reverse. The Hierophant, the major arcana. You can see here this person kind of, their hands outstretched, kind of just basking in the beautiful woods, the trees, nature, Mother Nature. Finding this like temple or this sanctuary within the natural world. Got this card in reverse. It's very different than this card, right? Here we're enclosed, we're in a cave. Here it's the prospect of being out in the open, free. Got this card in reverse. It's kind of like telling me you're looking for your freedom. Geminis love their freedom, but it's in a different way. Freedom from your own self, freedom from your own mind. Ooh, that spirit just really fluctuated in my ear just then. The frequency just didn't ring my ear, but it felt such a dramatic, it was like the air was sucked out of the room and then came back in suddenly. It's like your soul is crying out for this freedom. Just like from everything you thought you knew. It was almost like it's like being too smart for your own good. I hear a motorcycle passing by underneath my window. Motorcycles, I don't know how it is in other countries, but in the United States, when you own a motorcycle, that's representing freedom. being out on the open road, on your motorcycle, traveling light, just you know, now I hear that song, get your motor running, head out on the highway, looking for adventure and whatever comes our way. So that song came in. I don't actually know who sings that song. That's a very famous song, but you're yearning for more. You're longing for it almost. And this devil energy is kind of just like a distraction. This could be full of distraction. So I was almost desperate. I almost, again, not a criticism. I just feel it's like this need, this deep need to know more. It's like calling out to spirit. You know, are you getting the answers? Right? This card is in reverse. Maybe it's like you're not even sure what questions to ask, right? Like you go in here and you're just so tentative. You're afraid to even open up the bottles to take the smell and to explore that. You don't even know where to start. You know there's something greater because I think you've witnessed some things lately that have shown you there's something that must have happened that showed you something you couldn't explain. In the future potential, 3 of Sticks or 3 of Wands, and the 7 of Vessels, 7 of Cups in reverse. 3 of Sticks is this card first. You can see here, looking out onto these beautiful fields, all of this lushness and growth, harvesting some apples here. 3 of Wands talks about the perfect moment, just waiting, anticipating. The 7 of Vessels or the 7 of Cups, this came out in the Libra reading. Talks about being spoiled for choice. There's so much we could do, so many activities we could partake in. Not quite sure which one to start first. Could be a little confused. These 2 cards are in the reverse though. In the future potential, it shows me you're not going to be sitting on the sidelines for very long. I feel as though Spirit's telling me this exploration that you are packing up for, you've been readying yourself for, you're about to dive in. And it's about to get deep, and it's about to go fast. Are you prepared, Gemini? Are you prepared? Are you ready? Can I get a clarifier? You're ready. Look at that. First card to come out, well, second card to come out in the upright. Number 21, the World card. This is the card that ends the major arcana of the tarot. Ooh. Ooh, what was that about? I feel like there's a little bit of that devil energy trying to prevent me from telling you that you're ready. Interesting. Chapters closing and new chapters opening, and look at where you're headed off to. Rainbows and freaking sunshine, open water. or ending a cycle and beginning a new one. You are ending a cycle now. I think you are about to really step forward, step onto the train of your spiritual journey. You're like walking through this door. It's very, I'm excited for you. I know it might be kind of scary, but like, I'm excited for you. What's Spirit's advice? Another 5, 5 of sticks, 5 of swords. It's not a competition and it's not a race. It's not a race, Gemini. This is 5-5, right? So you're going to step through this door and you might find that like you're putting pressure on yourself to have it all figured out, to read every single book in the library. No, 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 no. That's not how it works. 5 of sticks, 5 of wands, conflict, right? It's not a race, right? It's a journey. It's like not the journey, it's a destination. Or not the destination, it's the journey rather. Why I got it all mixed up, right? It's more about the process of enlightening yourself. It's not about the end result. At the end, oh, here's Gemini, fully enlightened. We work on it until we die. It's not easy. There are going to be moments where you might feel like, yes, you have a lot of freedom, but that path could feel kind of lonely. Are you going to look at it as something to be upset or sad about? Or are you going to look at it as great possibility and prospect? The choice is yours. That's your reading, Gemini. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, Gem.